Hey guys, it's Steve, and I'm here today to do an update video about the Fairmoon project. I did a video a few days ago about when the coin dumped down a lot, and it was possible that it was a little bit of a rug pull. And the team has now updated us a lot on what's happening. And the good news right away is that they're going to be doing a coin swap and try to continue the project, that it will still be the coin that gives you access to the IDO platform that the WarOnRugs team is working on launching. Now, the WarOnRugs team has a lot of enemies in the crypto world, I found out, and it's because they out projects that do bad and do bad code, and that creates some enemies. They might even catch some rug pullers. And what recently happened with their project, a lot of people said was a lot of karma on them because it was them scamming the community. And I'm going to have the opinion now that that's not true, that WarOnRugs wasn't behind this. And it's only because of the fact that the new coin that the old dev launched seems to have done a rug pull, because they tried to make a new one off of what happened here on Fairmoon Coin. So let's go ahead and really quick, I'm going to take you into the Fairmoon Coin announcement channel. So you can come and read this yourself. I'll give you a link to their announcement channel if you're interested. But basically, they had an announcement that talks about, in the beginning, how the community was formed. They named somebody named Miley and Tommy. They talk about everything that was going on. And then just how they built, and how Miley worked on a lot of stuff independently. And that she developed the current website. She owned the old website. She also did a big giveaway. She coordinated the giveaway with the generosity of like a large holder, and so she was connected with a lot of the mods and like an early person in this project. Unfortunately, she said that the original Fairmoon contract developer found the bug and carefully brought it to the attention to Tommy, and then eventually Miley found out. And then that Miley decided that once she understood the issue, she went ahead and shared the information with some of the bigger stakeholders. And then my last video on this, and I'll have it at the end if you need to see it, but I talked about the mystery dump that happened about an hour before the tweet that came out from the WarOnRugs team, where the price was really just hanging out at a pretty good price level. It collapsed with some of the biggest volume that we've seen. It started to rebound as people decided to buy in on the dip, and then about an hour later it completely collapsed. And then we had the big issue with whether or not the coin would come back. Did we get rug pulled? It was just kind of a crazy time in the project. So they basically talked about the next steps that they're going to be doing is that a new contract will be made that'll solve this solution. They will do basically a token swap where they're asking all of us by the 16th, and I'll show you the next post where you can see the exact time, but by the 16th on a certain time, that you send in your original Fairmoon contract tokens to them, and they will send you back an equal amount of a new token called Fair. Now, one of the nice things about this is it did give us a chance to maybe have a reset, and some people who decided to go ahead and take a chance on this team were able to pick up quite a lot of tokens at that original price I got in, which was around 0.002 cents. I went ahead and bought back in after I found out a little bit more what was going on at that 0.002 cents. We're currently sitting back up around, I think, 0.005 cents. So it has doubled, but it's not as much profit as people might think, because BNB went on a pretty crazy run in the last week, so that ate up some of the profit for people who got into it with BNB. But it's still a good thing to see that their announcements have shown us that the team is still going to try to pull through with this IDO platform. They're going to try to be launching projects, and that we're going to have access to those projects if you're holding the new Fair token. And you can get that right now only by swapping your Fairmoon tokens to Fair tokens, and then starting after the 16th, the Fair token will get its liquidity by them selling all of the Fairmoon tokens that they have in the pool. So do not have any tokens left in your account after the 16th, or you need to get rid of them before it. You either need to swap them to the new coin, or you need to go ahead and sell them and dump them into the market. The price has moved up a little bit. You could try to hold, because it could keep moving up as people buy to get into this, but they might just be waiting to buy the new coin once they see the price of the new coin. They're basically, when they do that giant dump, they're going to take all that BNB and then take an equal amount of the new Fair token and create a liquidity pool on PancakeSwap. We're hoping that when they do that, they do lock it up the way the old token was done, but the full tokenomics of the Fair token have not been released. We're taking a little bit of a belief that it's just going to be the same as the Fairmoon coin, with the 1% fee that goes to liquidity, 1% fee that goes to users, and that the liquidity will be locked. So the tokens that go into liquidity are kind of in a way burned. They're just put into the liquidity pool, but no one could ever take them out and sell them. So right here they talk about the fact that the actual swap has gone live. So they did a Twitter post and then they shared it in the announcement pool. One of the other things they've announced recently is that there are some fake sites out there, so make sure you come here and you go to the right site. I'll do a link in my post, but you don't necessarily have to trust me. You should really come here and make sure you end up at the right place. They give you full instructions for how to do the swap, and so that's pretty good to see. And then one of the things they say is do not try to buy the Fair token on PancakeSwap until they have announced that they have added the liquidity. Because if you try to do that now, it's not going to work because there is no actually liquidity for the token in PancakeSwap. So you're not going to be able to buy it. You're just going to see errors. So that's kind of a recap of where we are at just with the overall project. Now we'll just kind of look at a couple things. So one thing to note, like I said, they had to fight to get a hold of fairmoon.org. The team did manage to do it, but they only managed to do this recently and have not been able to update the site. So please do not come to this site, the original fairmoon.org. I will not be linking it, but I'm showing it to you. You do not want to be here because they have not had a chance to rebuild this and make sure that none of these links have been changed to go anywhere that you want them to. And you'd be buying the old token, and if you came here after the token swap, then you're not going to be getting the right thing. Now we'll take a quick look at the chart. So as you can see, this is what I was talking about, the mystery dump, where we didn't know why these had dumped right here. And then we found out that, oh no, this one, I'm sorry. I keep doing that. That was the other mystery dump. This is the one that happened where we didn't really understand why. And then they see these volume candles were just huge. And so this was when the big, what they have said is that Miley told some of the big holders that there was a bug. They got out. Then WarOnRugs found out that everything was going on. They did their tweet. It dropped way down here to this 2.2 level. It came back up. It came back down. And this is where I got back in because I had found out a little bit more from the team that they were going to continue the project. And then we've been now steadily going up as people decide to come in and buy the token again because they want to get in on the swap. And they're getting in it under a penny from, if you zoom out, a project that did make it up to 2 cents before, and everybody thought would continue to run once the IDO platform actually came out. So now we're kind of going up here. We're wicking up to as high as 0.006 as people come in and get some. And then you have some other people who are maybe holding bags that are just trying to wait to see if they can get a run up here at the end. I can't know what's going to happen for sure. The new token is launched, so you can see the contract here, and I'll have a link to this. So if you want to come and check out the contract and do anything, like check out the, if you're somebody that knows how to read a contract. I don't actually know how to read code. It's something maybe I should try to learn how to do. But they did launch it with the initial 5 billion, just like the original Fairmoon. Now Fairmoon ended up with over 2.6 billion of it not being sold in the pre-sale, so those tokens should theoretically get burned after this, but I think they just decided to do an exact copy, clean up the code mistake that they found so the bug was gone, and then go ahead and reissue the token. But so because of that, if you go into the holders, you have this one, the major creator, still holding 65%. So basically we're going to get swaps out of this, swaps out of this, swaps out of this, and then they're going to do the big sell of the other token, get BNB, and I'm sure they'll be using these tokens to go ahead and do the liquidity pool. So it's I got to figure out, let me see, what is this contract? This is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, so this is going to the actual contract. I got to ask the team. I always get a little bit confused on those holders. But this is the Fairmoon site. So basically, you'll come here. You make sure you're on the Binance Smart Chain. So if you're on the Binance Smart Chain, then you just connect your wallet with MetaMask. Or you can use the wallet swap, Once you've gone ahead and connected, let me just connect here. You have to do 2 actions. You have to do them in 1 and then 2. If you don't, it won't go through. I'm not actually going to do this right now, but they do say you need a few dollars worth of BNB because they're basically saying you have to approve the swap and then you actually have to do the swap. So it takes a little bit of BNB to be able to do these 2 things. I'll be swapping my tokens out tomorrow. I'm kind of just holding on and watching what's happening with the price and deciding whether or not I want to pull out any of my initial investment before I swap my tokens over. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm leaving myself 1 more day since they said we have till the 16th. I'm not going to try to swap on the 16th because I'm too worried there's going to be a rush and then that could cause some problems on this, and anybody who doesn't get their token swapped out could be having a problem. But that's just what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to wrap up the video there. I hope if you've gotten into Fairmoon coin that you got in early and you did take profit on the way up. I hope that you always remember that on projects that don't have anything built yet and you're kind of buying them on speculation, you should look into taking profit when they do little mini runs. And you should always protect yourself. And remember not to just listen to people like me, because we are not financial advisors. We're just YouTubers who are looking into projects and trying to share them with you. And I hope this does turn around and we end up with a nice launch pad, and that some of the people that really went through a pretty tough time still have their tokens and have a chance to maybe get some pre-sale allocations of some projects that could really make them what is, I mean, obviously, you know, the right launch of a project has changed people's lives pretty dramatically. So maybe that'll be happening with this project. We'll have to see. So that's going to be all for this video. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.